Good morning students. Welcome to online session of Social Sciences. I hope you all are studying well and completing your notes. In previous video, I have explained about the interior of the earth and you all have understood that the earth, our homeland, is a dynamic planet and it is constantly undergoing changes inside and outside. Dear students, in today's class I am going to explain about the changes of earth. The changes take place on and within the earth on account of internal and external processes which operate continuously in the form of an endless cycle. Means as changes are there, so the changes are of two kinds. First is the changes that take place on the earth and another that is within the earth. So these are also called internal and external changes or internal or external processes. Now these processes are going on continuously and they are making one cycle which is endless, means they are not having any end. Internal forces are known as endogenic forces and the external forces at work on the surface are called exogenic forces. Now, the right side we are having one flow chart that explains the processes and agents of change. This is that flow chart. With the help of this we can understand earth movements and types of that processes or forces. First is endogenic forces. Endogenic forces, or you can say internal forces. Second is exogenic forces, means external forces. So first endogenic forces we are having two kinds of forces. First is sudden force. This one. Sudden force, which means the forces that are the result of long period preparation deep within the earth. Only their cumulative effects on the earth's surface are quick and sudden. And dystrophic forces means deformation of earth's crust, especially folding and faulting. In simple words we can say twisting. So examples of sudden forces are earthquake, volcano and landslides. An example of dystrophic forces is building mountains. Next is exogenic forces. Under these exogenic forces we are having two kinds of processes. First is erosional and second is depositional. Meaning of erosional is a process where natural forces transport rock and soil, that is called erosional. Depositional means the natural process of leaving layer of a substance on rocks or soil. And their agents are river, wind, sea waves and glaciers. Now we will understand about endogenic forces. As you have studied in class 6 that the earth's surface is divided into 6 large and several small plates. Do you remember the name of the 6 large plates? Yes. First, African plate. Second, Antarctic plate. Third, Eurasian plate. Fourth, Indo-Australian plate. Fifth, Northern American plate. Sixth, Southern American plate. Down we are having this map. In this we can easily see all the 6 plates. Now, in the course of movement of these plates, several changes take place on the Earth's surface. And this movements of these plates is called tectonic activity. And do you know it's where that the greatest impact? Its greatest impact is in two ways. First, the way land and water bodies are distributed, and another is in the formation of mountains. For example, Arabian Sea was formed by tectonic activity, and mountain ranges like Himalaya and Aden are also owe their origin to tectonic activity. Means that formation and the origin of this Arabian Sea and Aden's, that is because of the tectonic activities. Now down one map is here, that is this map is given in your book. It shows that the land and water are not evenly distributed. If you see carefully, you can understand and clear that there is no equal distribution of land and water. Their land is less and water is more there. So that is uneven distribution. This division has not always been the same. It was not always been the same. Long ago, there was only one continent, and that was called Pangaea. And at present we are having 7 continents. Do you know the emergence of this continent? The present 7 continents emerged this single landmass when that single landmass split up, and as a result the ocean also got divided into 4 water bodies. Which are that 4 water bodies? Arctic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean. Southern Ocean or the Antarctic Ocean is considered as the 5th ocean. The 7 continents in order of size, means according to size, that name of that continents are: first Asia, second Africa, third North America, fourth South America, fifth Europe, sixth Australia, seventh Antarctica. And oceans are there. There are 5 oceans: Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean and Southern Ocean, which is also known as Antarctic Ocean. Now, the present arrangement of these continents and oceans, they will continue to change in future because of tectonic activity. Now, here is one case study of earthquake. Earthquake is a shaking of the ground caused by disturbances in the earth crust. These disturbance may be caused because of 3 reasons. There are 3 reasons behind this earthquake. First is collision. Collision means instance when 2 or more things bump each other. So first can be collision of earth's placed moving on the semi-liquid rock material beneath. Beneath means under. Second is movement of magma as well as disequilibrium or imbalance of the earth's crust. So here 3 reasons are there. Any reason can be the cause of the earthquake. On account of tectonic activity, rocks are dislocated. Dislocated means to put something out of its correct position. So because of that tectonic activity, there can be dislocation of rocks and faults may develop. Here fault means something wrong. Then it is these faults that trigger means to make something happen suddenly. Tremors means a slight shaking movement. So this dislocation and faults which are developing here because of tectonic activity, they are triggering or making sudden shaking or movement of the earth of different magnitude. Here is the one picture is here, diagram which is explaining origin of an earthquake. The place in the earth's crust where the movement starts is called focus. Here, this is focus. So, the place where the earth's crust, where the movement starts is called focus. Means from here that earthquake will start occurring. This is the main point, origin, you can say origin of seismic energy. The place on the surface directly above the focus is called epicenter. Means here it is focus and directly above of this focus is epicenter. Now there are three kinds of waves. P waves or longitudinal waves. Second is S waves or transverse wave. Third is L waves or surface waves. So out of the three waves, two waves are distinguished here, and the two waves are P and S waves. They are distinguished from surface waves, which travel outward from epicenter and cause the greatest damage. Now the energy released on account of dislocation of rock is known as magnitude of the earthquake. An earthquake is measured with the machine that is called seismograph. The degree of magnitude on an earthquake is measured on Richter scale. The intensity of an earthquake is related to the effect of the shock waves at the surface. Generally, earthquake intensity of above 3 on the Richter scale is observable. If any earthquake is there and its intensity is below 3, then it will not be observed by the Richter scale. Intensity higher than 6 is generally destructive. If intensity of any earthquake is more than 6, then it will have more destruction and it will be more destructive. The weak zones of the earth which experience the most earthquakes are well demarcated. Demarcated means shown. Where the weak zones will be there during the earthquake, that will be shown very clearly. Himalayan regions in India, including the Ganga, Brahmaputra Valley and Kutch area in Gujarat, that is falling in this weak zone of earth crust, and they are having that many destructive earthquakes in India in recent times have been caused in this zone. Now we are having some safety measures regarding the earthquake. First is, take urgent note of warnings issued by government departments over radio, television and newspaper. Means if whenever that earthquake is going to be occur, that warnings will be issued by the government department with the help of radio, television and newspaper. So as you are getting that warnings issued by government department, you should take it as urgent note. Means you have to take quick actions and you should take all that warnings very seriously. Second, move out if you feel it is safer, but do not panic when an earthquake happens. So whenever that earthquake happens, then what you have to do, first thing that you have to keep in mind is that you should not do panic. You have to be very calm and silent and quiet. No need to do any kind of panic. No need to be panic. And if you feel that if you will go out, that will be safer for you, then you can move out. Otherwise you can stay inside your home or the place where you are. Third is, when outside, do not stay under a tree or near the walls of a building. If you are outside your home or outside of any building, then what to do? Then do not stay under a tree or near the walls of building. Why? Because they may fall on you. So you have to be in an open area where there is no tree or where there is no building. Next is, don't rush outside or go to balcony unless you feel your house is going to collapse. Stay near the door or crawl under a strong table, but stay away from walls. Means if any earthquake is there, so there is no need to rush outside of that building, or no need to go to balcony. You have to stay inside the building, inside your home. And if you are feeling that your house or that building is going to collapse, that time you can come out of that building. If you are not coming out, then what you can do, you can stay near the door, or you can crawl under a strong table, and that will keep you safe. And you should not be near any kind of wall. You should be always away from wall, and you should be under any strong table or something. Next is don't use lifts. If earthquake is there, please no need to use lift, because at that time electricity may cut and you will be stuck, and in this case that person may be trapped in there for an uncertain period of time till it is reconnected. So no need of, or don't use lifts. Last is remember, loss of human life is mostly because of collapse of buildings, trees, poles or unsafe structure. Means that when any earthquake will occur or occurs, that time the loss of human is just because of the collapse of building, or that person is standing near or under that tree or near any pole or any unsafe structures. So what we have to do, we should be at a very safe or open area, and we should avoid to stand near that under tree or poles or any unsafe structure. Next topic is volcanoes. The molten rock material of the earth beneath the lithosphere, beneath means under, so that molten rock material of the earth under the lithosphere on which the tectonic plates float is extremely hot. It is this hot that melts the rock.